You can have an incredible season, you can have an incredible training block, building block when you're training for ultra marathon, your first 5K. It doesn't matter how good of a training block you have. You will not be a successful runner if you don't understand how to properly feel. As somebody that's bunked out of runs before, I ran my Chicago Marathon and I literally cramped up due to lack of nutrition and hydration. I was on a pace to run 3 hours and 20 minutes just to finish the run in 4 hours and 35 minutes because I bunked out, I cramped out. So in today's video, because we are training to run 2 back-to-back 100 miles, I want to take you guys through everything that you need to know about nutrition, how I feel for my long runs, give you all the information, the do's and the don'ts, so you don't have to fall victim and learn from some of my mistakes. So today is Friday, and that means I have a long run tomorrow, which is you have a 20-mile on deck tomorrow, which leads me to one of the first big mistakes most people make when it comes to not feeling properly for races. And that mistake is you fuel on the day of the race instead of fueling 2, 3, 4 days before the race, depending on how long of a mile you're trying to cover. Like I said, we got 20 miles on deck, and today's Friday. So essentially, I've been fueling for the last 2 days, increasing my carbohydrates, bring my protein down, introducing multiple transportable carbs, meaning a mixture between simple and complex carbs into my diet. Not only that, I make sure I'm upping my electrolytes, meaning I'm doubling down on my electrolytes. I'm gonna normally take about 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes, sodium and potassium per day. I actually bumping that to 4,000 today and tomorrow. And I'm doubling up on creatine because it helps you absorb a lot of water into the muscle. And yes, I am running in the Midwest right now. We're going through a cold front. Actually, it should be a little bit warmer tomorrow. If I want to have a great run, an incredible run, I need to make sure I'm staying on top of that, and that's what I've been doing in the last couple of days. And like I always mentioned, I'm not a full-time fit sport. I'm just I'm a dad. I'm a dad of 2 girls. I'm a dad of 2 toddlers. I work a 9-to-5 job like a lot of you guys. That means it's currently 7:27 on Friday. I'm getting ready to head out to work, drop my daughter off from school. That means I have to prep my food before I go to work so I can have all the nutrition that I have. Again, a pro tip for you guys, well, it's not really a pro tip, it's common sense. Like, you plan ahead so you don't fall behind or you don't fail at whatever that task is that you're trying to achieve. So in a day like this, when I have a lot of carbs to consume, preparation is key, and front loading my day as much as possible. It's very important, so I don't find myself at the back end of the day later tonight trying to shove as many carbs as possible just to wake up in the morning feeling super bloated. Let me run you through what I have prepped for the first portion of my day to take to work with me. So if you guys have been following for a while, you know I'm a huge fan of the Pure Protein bar. So we got 3 of these on deck today. So that's going to be 60 grams of protein and 60 grams of carbs. And I have some of this mini Quest bar here. These are really, really good. I mean, it's only 8 grams of protein in one right there. And one of my main meals here, it's going to be 9 ounces of chicken. Protein is still important, mixed with a little bit of a cauliflower rice and a lot of rice. And here I have a cup of oatmeal, and I'm going to be adding the Ghost Nutter Bar protein to that later. And of course, macros are important right here. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I've been kind of raving about this. I wish they will sponsor me. So if I do get a sponsorship or partnership with this, guys, you know, I mean, because I'm a fan, not because I'm just trying to sell out. But again, for anybody that's struggling to get a lot of protein in, I mean, look at this, 25 grams of protein in this one tiny little thing right here. No meal prep, nothing, just grab and go. And I have 2 of these that I'm going to be taking with me, making them my 50 grams of protein. So quite a lot of protein here. You might be saying that's not a lot of carbs. Yes, you are going to be correct, because we are going to be having obviously a little more carbier meal later. But again, everything is already planned out. Today's not really like a heavy carb loading day for me because like I said, I've been carb loading the last couple of days. Today is just like bringing it down a little bit so I don't have any indigestion or stomach just being bloated. Essentially, I'm training tomorrow like a marathon. I'm getting ready for a marathon. So like I said, nutrition is very important. Another piece that a lot of people neglect when it comes to preparing for long races. Obviously, I mean, it's obvious, but yet people still make that mistake, and that is hydration. Hydration is important. Yes, you want to make sure you're drinking water, but not just only water. People neglect the electrolyte portion, the hydration piece, especially right now because, I mean, there's snow on the ground, it's still cold, and oftentimes people think because it's cold outside, I don't need electrolytes, I only need electrolytes when I'm sweating. No, you need electrolyte when you're working out. When I'm training, I actually have electrolyte mix in my strength training session, because you forget that your muscle is comprised of a lot of water, and sodium is a nutrient transporter and it's a pump enhancer too. So yes, you can salt your food a little bit more, but again, you need that balance between sodium and potassium to give you you as much opportunity for you to have a good and great muscle contract. This past week, I've been upping my water 1.5 gallons per day, and my sodium electrolyte has been going up to about 4,000 per day, just to make sure I am performing my best tomorrow, regardless of what the temperature is. That said, at the gym right now, pre-workout kicking in, about to knock out a shoulder workout. I feel like it's been a while since I recorded a shoulder workout for you guys. So yeah, let's go crush it.
Yeah, same shit, different day. If I'm getting paid, then you know I'm on the way. Pushing PCH, crib feeling like a cage. TVs in the whip and they playing Soul Train, yeah. Gold chain hanging from my chest. Rockin' bell bottoms, baby boy, I'm the best. Platform shoes got me feeling top deck. On the yacht, I'm a hot girl, show me some respect. Yeah, I'm a dawn and they know it. I'm giving you a shot, show up, don't blow it. If I'm in my zone, don't stop me flowing. Gotta give me a moment, I'm a star, let me show it.
This part of the video mentioned how important, obviously mentioned how important nutrition is, and it's a no-brainer for a lot of people. So how do you prioritize how do you break down nutrition to fit whatever you're trying to do? The rule of thumb is whatever big race or big run that you're trying to do. For instance, because I have a 20-mile run today, and I'm a 213 pound. I'm currently 213 pound, and my estimated lean tissue mass is around 199 and 200. Right. So meaning for me to be topped off my glycogen, because at the end of the day, that's the point. You want to top off your glycogen so you can have energy readily available for you to expend. You want to make sure you're taking anywhere between 2 and sometimes 4 grams of carbs per your lean tissue mass. So I want to be consuming anywhere between 600 grams of carbs the day, at least a few days leading to a big race or a big run like this, to make sure the reason why I'm not going to be performing to my best is not because I'm not properly fueled. So that's rule of thumb anytime you're trying to peak or trying to plan. But of course, any other intermediate runs, you just want to make sure you're taking anywhere between 70 to 80 grams of carbs. And the key important part of that the carb intake is you want to make sure they are from multiple transportable carbs. And what I mean by that is you want to make sure you mix in a little bit of complex into simple carbs. For instance, this morning before this 20-mile run, my meal of choice is raisin bread, some sea salt, peanut butter, and I mix some banana in that. So obviously the banana, a little simple carbs. The bread is from a little more complex carbs. So mix that together, throw some salt in that, and that gives me, make sure at least I'm checking the box. Also, let's cover intra-workout carbs. So obviously, because it's a long run, you want to make sure you have fuel source readily available for you. So the carb of choice that I have, there are multiple choices out there. You don't have to use this, but this is what I use. I use Martin 160 gel. This is 40 grams of carbs, and I have the caffeinated version, which is 20 grams of carbs. And the idea is for every 30 minutes or every 3 miles or so, if you are somebody that's a little bit slower, you want to do it based on time. If you're somebody that's a little bit maybe faster, you want to make sure at least every 3 miles or so, depending on how long your run is, you are consuming some gel. Again, the key is top of your glycogen, just to make sure it's readily available for you, especially if your workout is going to be like speed involved. But if it's going to be a longer run, yes, you want to make sure you have, a decent amount of fat into your pre-workout too. Without further ado, 20 miles on deck. Why do we do this? And if you're watching this video for the first time, currently I'm about 2 weeks out from running Austin Marathon. And yeah, the Austin Marathon was supposed to be a half marathon, but that turned into a full marathon real quick. And maybe I'll explain after the video why we're running a full instead of a half. Major hack. If you know, you know. Practically performance enhancement drugs. Tiger bomb, y'all. Get the hips.
Up your collar and your chest. Stand up straighter, do your best. Don't blow your cover, don't ever rest. Don't let your guard down, stand the test. Turn up the torches so you can see it. Now let the tears roll so you can feel it.
Superlative. Watch me pop my collar, them girl holler. Them man hit me for the sauce on top. I got what they need, doors open. Now I navigate through like cause I can. I weren't made to be less than great. Avant-garde, I don't know no grain. Come like pops, they just know my pace. Come out your ends a civilian, not your average low hillian. Pass me the mic, it's a silly one. Never on killy, don't crud, but I'm killer like good. Don't touch road, but a bit of me does. Going on major, the little league club. So I draw for the base, no back, make it run. Home, can't catch me when I run. Flows, so I pop my.
All right, finished 20 miles. Finished in 3 hours and 7 minutes at a pace of 9:21 pace. Making the total miles for this week at 35. But the week is not done yet because this is the first time I'm doing back-to-back, like quote-unquote long runs. So normally after the long run, Sunday is my rest day, today is Saturday. But tomorrow we have another 6-mile run, which marks the transitioning from base building to just like laying the bricks now for the next race that I have, which is the big race. The next big race that I have is the Mesquite, a 50 miler. But yes, I do have the Austin Marathon, and it's not a race for me. It's just a run, quote unquote, a race, quote unquote, to get longer mileage done. And instead of doing it, I was gonna go anyways and do the half marathon. But my coach and I just like, hey, we have a long run that week. Might as well do, a 26.2 miles just to peak and start tapering a little bit into March 1st, which is gonna be where the 50 mile is going to be done. So that's why I'm doing the Austin Marathon instead of doing the Austin half. So I'm going there literally not aiming for a time PR. Literally, it's not even a race. It's a 26.2 jog. So I don't. If it's taking 4 hours, 4.5, it doesn't really matter as long as I get the miles under my feet. And the funny thing just happened throughout this race also too. Throughout this run today, the more I'm seeing people, I was getting like a bunch of looks, and I'm like, why are people staring? I mean, to be fair, I'm used to people staring at me, especially a big guy running. But today it just seemed like more people than usual. And I'm like, what's going on? Until like few people, until the first lady mentioned like, unfit, huh? And I'm like, oh, unfit, which brings me back to the reason why I created this brand in the first place. Assumptions. People make tons of assumptions when it comes to people being quote unquote fit. You might look at somebody like me, big, jacked, in shape, quote unquote, fit in shape, quote unquote, whatever, put that quote unquote in anything they can find. But I have struggles too in life, like many of you guys. You might be looking at me, you might be unfit or quote unquote out of shape, and you're looking at me like, wow, that guy's in shape, I want to be like that. And you just dismiss all the other struggles that I have going on. And that's the reason why I created the brand, the Unfit Brand Co. To let people know that no, we are all unfit in one shape or form. We are not perfect. We all have our goals. We all have our difficulties, our choose your hard, so to speak, that we're all chasing after. So don't assume everybody that has something that you have doesn't have struggles. We all have struggles. We are all chasing after the better version of ourselves. And if that meaning of this brand sounds like something you want to support, comment on Fit and I'll send you a link to snag any of the brands or any of the clothing items that's on the site right now. I might release this again. If you would like this, let me know. But right now we have the Empty Your Tank or Die Empty hoodie on the site right now. But if you fuck with the brand, let me know. If you want me to release this again, I'll release this again. But anyways, nutrition pre-run is important. Nutrition during run is important. Nutrition post-run, it's probably more important or significant than the intra-workout nutrition and pre-workout nutrition. And the reason why I'm saying that is the way you only get better, I don't care how your training is, you cannot get better at running, you cannot get better at strength training if you're not recovering. Recovering is all the muscle that you break down, all the wear and tear that you put on the body. If you're not recovering properly, you are just in a perpetual cycle of just getting hurt and not becoming fit. So nutrition is a key component of that. Rest is a key component of that, but nutrition plays a big role in that. And as a matter of fact, a lot of people that are very hesitant to jump into the hybrid lifestyle because they're worried about losing a lot of gains. I've been doing this for the last 4 years. I'm still jacked. As a matter of fact, I would say I'm actually a little more efficient in my fitness in general because I have a bigger tank and the capacity to do more work. So But the reason I've only been able to do that is because I put myself in a caloric maintenance or surplus, meaning I'm making sure my protein is high, my calories is high. That's allowing me to now, after breaking down lean tissue mass, or breaking muscle down, I'm consuming a decent amount of protein to give me the opportunity to just, recover. So, nutrition, that's everything I need to know about nutrition. It's key, it's important. I don't care, again, how good your training program is. I don't care how motivated you are. If your nutrition is subpar, you're not gonna get better, point blank, period. There's no ifs and buts about it. If you find the video very helpful, give this video a like. And if you are new to the channel and you find this video for the first time, subscribe, stay for a while. You might like what you see. Sam Kunal, Sam Fit. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Watch me pop my collar, them girl holla. Them man hit me for the sauce on top. I got what they need, doors open. Now I navigate through like cause I can. I weren't made to be less than great.